What's good, everybody? It's Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, back at it with another reaction. This is day 12 of 31 of my 31 days of horror-related reaction, and this one is another scary stories from Reddit. Now, I'm gonna read these instead of listening to it because the comment that I got on the first one was suggested that I read it. So I'm gonna go ahead and read it. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure you leave like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video. OG members, what's good with you? How are y'all doing this October? Let me know in the comments. So this one is, I thought my boyfriend was the love of my life until I discovered he was drugging me at night. Oh shit.
Night. Lately, I've been awake.
So I thought my boyfriend was the love of my life until I discovered he was drugging me at night. This is on no sleep. Lately, I've been waking up still exhausted. Even if I went to bed early, I'd wake up feeling like haven't slept in days. Trying to get out of bed for work was almost impossible, which is strange for me because I was always a high energy sort of person. A few hours of sleep and I was always good to go. I was at a loss at the what was happening after a barrage of tests. Even my doctors couldn't find anything wrong with me.
Up still
It's
exhausted.
weird.
Even if I went to bed early, I'd wake up
That
feeling
is
like I haven't slept in
definitely
days.
weird. The only recent change in my life was my boyfriend who had moved in and I was sharing the bed for the first time in my life. Steven was the first love of my life, and this was my first serious relationship. I didn't want to spoil things by making him sleep in the spare room. I liked having Steven around. He made a real fuss over me, and he would bring me chamomile tea every night before bed. The pain in my hip was sharp and pulsated up the right side of my body. I jumped from my bed and nearly collapsed to the floor as I struggled to get to the bathroom. Geez, Steven, can you get in here? I cried. Whoa. So this is crazy. So, you know, what was my first scenario living with a woman? Well, it definitely didn't end well. I'm not saying every time it happens, but geez, that sucks. It is a scary thing, like to trust somebody to sleep next to them at night, and you don't even think that something like this could happen. So it is weird. So this is scary story. So this is yeah, it definitely is scary. Drugging you at night is wild.
My hip, as if I was.
A big dark bruise covered my hip as if I was assaulted in my sleep with a metal bar. Jeez, what's wrong? Steven said as he came rushing into the bathroom. Did I fall out of bed or something? Steven had a weird expression on his face. I could swear he looked guilty about something. And he was just like, probably, I don't know. That's a weird response to something like that. Like, what? His response was the dismissive, which set my brain spiraling with all sorts of thoughts. Yeah, it's really weird. That is very weird. There was no other red flags.
Assaulted in my
That's
sleep with a
weird.
metal bar.
Like, why
What's
did
wrong?
they
Steven
move
said
in
as he came
together?
rushing into the bathroom. Did I fall out of bed or something? This is not normal, Steven. I think there's something
So
wrong with me.
she goes on to say, this is not normal, Steven. I think there's something wrong with me. You should probably go see a doctor then, he coldly said before quickly leaving the room. Wow, that it really is weird. My doctor was still at a loss to suggest that I should see someone who could rule out anything nefarious. Stephen was still dismissive Stephen was still dismissive of me as we drove to the hospital. I'm sure it's nothing. You're probably just stressed from work. That I've never even like that shit is, I don't like using certain words because I feel like they've just diluted the meaning by using it so much. But this is gaslighting at its finest. Like this is just gaslighting. He said, I'm sure it's nothing. You probably just stressed for work. People don't wake up with bruises over stress. That's what I'm saying. I angrily thought to myself, like, for real.
Try to see a doctor then, he coldly said before quickly.
So The doctor at the hospital took my blood and did all sorts of tests on me, including a stress test. I should have been happy when the test came back clear, but it only made me feel like I was losing my mind. Something was definitely wrong with me. I would prescribe you sedatives, but your blood work shows you're already on nitrous, fam, explained the doctor. I was dumbstruck and wasn't sure what the doctor was talking about. She's just like, I've never taken such a painkiller in my life. Ooh, shit.
blood and did all sorts of tests.
The doctor's face looked how I felt. He took out his charts and looked over them again. No, you've definitely tested positive for it, which is a powerful sedative. Later that evening, as I sat in bed, a million different thoughts ran through my head. How was that even possible? I thought to myself. It's the chamomile. I sat there. Stephen walked in with my chamomile tea. It's the chamomile tea. And just as I was about to put it on my lips, I was struck by the most unnerving thought. The realization that my boyfriend was drugging me hit me like a ton of bricks and filled me with dread I had never felt before. Oh, shit.
He took out his charts and looked over.
I emptied the contents of the cup down the sink in the bathroom before jumping back into bed. Was it hot enough for you? Asked Stephen as he jumped into bed beside me. Perfect as always. I felt as if I was lying beside a complete stranger. Had I ever really known him? Seriously, I thought to myself as I lay there terrified he was doing unimaginable things to me while I slept. Dang, I must have drifted off at some stage because when I woke up, the room was a mess and Stephen was nowhere to be seen. My body ached all over and it felt like I was in a fight. What the fuck? So was it not in the tea? So was it not in that's weird. That well, she said, what the hell was he doing to me in my sleep? I thought I had made the decision to go to police, but needed evidence, or it was just my word against his. I had purchased a hidden camera and set it up in the bedroom, pointed it towards the bed. I woke up exhausted as usual, which unfortunately meant you had done something to me while I slept, but I had it on camera. I opened my laptop to check the footage. For the first couple of hours of sleep, nothing happened. For a moment, I had hoped I was imagining everything. I watched until I watched myself jolt from the bed. Whoa, hold up, hold up. A thought just came to my mind. What if she was doing it to herself? So, so I'm sitting up there thinking, like, maybe the boyfriend was trying to save her. I don't know. Maybe he's still innocent, but it's just weird. So let's see what ends up happening. So at first, I couldn't believe what I was doing. It felt like I was watching a horror movie as I watched myself crawl up the bedroom wall like some possessed demon. What? I continued to crawl up the wall until onto the ceiling, looking down over Steven like I was ready to pounce on him. Steven woke up and it was strange watching him because it was like he was prepared for what was happening and didn't seem fazed by it. He took a stick out from under the bed as I pounced from the ceiling above, and he spent the next hour fighting me off. I knew something, and there had to be some crazy twist because it seemed way too simple of him just like the whole capability. I was just all like, that's instantly what I thought, but dang. I watched as he subdued me on the bed before pulling out handcuffs and cuffing me to the bed. Yo,
Believe what
she
I
was
heard.
freaking
It
possessed.
felt like I was watching a
Oh,
horror movie as I
shit.
watched myself crawl
So
up the
really,
bedroom
he's the
wall
one.
like some
Oh, you
possessed demon.
brave soul.
I
You
continued to crawl
brave
up the wall
soul.
onto the ceiling, looking down over Steve.
Yo, that is crazy. So he's actually, it's weird that he's staying there, but I guess if he really cares about her, but they, how, she says she never stayed with anyone. Like, what? I looked at the marks on my wrist, which made sense now. As soon as Steven came home from work, I ran and threw my arms around him. Why didn't you tell me what you were going through every night? Steven shrugged his shoulders. I thought you knew, and usually the drugs I was giving you made things a little easier. Why are you even still with me? My last girlfriend was a Jello psychopath. You're a walk in the park compared to her. What? Why is he attracting me?
which makes sense.
This video is sponsored by yours truly, Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction. And for the month of October on my Mr. Composition Music YouTube page, I am doing one-shot music video a day. So for 31 days, there will be a new one-shot video, and the goal is to get that channel to 1,000 subscribers. So make sure to check that out, subscribe, show some love to the videos, and drop a comment, man. Let me know that you came from this channel. But anyways, guys, back to the video. Yo, what? That is crazy. That is absolutely insane. She seemed way more chill at the fact, even though she says she looked at like scared and everything like that. I don't know how do you react to that? And then him just being like, "Oh no, it's all cool, man. It's all my last girl was a psychopath." Oh man, that is crazy more than scary. That is crazy. Let me know, would you stay with a person that was possessed? And he said, I thought you knew, but it's just all like, what was she doing prior? Just like crawling around at night? Like, I think that's what's scary. It's just all like, prior to him, what the F was going on? Did she not notice like stuff happening, or did it only happen when he got there, which then poses like why, so there's a lot of questions with that. But anyways, it's Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction. This is day 12 of 31 of horror related reactions. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video on the road to 5K. Make sure that you leave any suggestions in the comments. So y'all have a good one. Peace.